You told me you were drowning. I was not in the hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. I was there and saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. No way you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. I can feel it coming here tonight. Oh Lord, well I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it coming here tonight. Oh Lord, well I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I remember, don't worry, how could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time we ever met. But I know the reason why you keep your silence on. No, you believe the hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. So stranger to you and me.
Hey, Truth Seeker, I'm here. Just gonna play a couple songs till people get in the room, but regardless, I'm gonna still continue where we left off yesterday. You doing all right today? I know Leak U's live, so most of them is in her room right now. We're just jamming a little bit. I was still cooking dinner. Well, got finished with it. Got me some cabbage. I love cabbage. How's your day going?
Can't fool myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love that's a sea. There's not a minute, hour, day, or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, cause I'm always thinking of remember in the days when I was scared to touch you, how I spent my days dreaming, planning how to say I love you. You must have known that I had feelings deep enough to swim in. That's when you opened up your heart and you told me to come and go, my love. 1,000 kisses from you is never enough. I just don't wanna stop. Oh, my love. A million days in your arms is never enough. I just don't wanna stop. Too much, never too much, never too much, never too much. Woke up today, looked at your picture just to get me started. I called you up, but you weren't there, and I was broken hearted. Hung up the phone, can't be too late, the boss is so demanding. Opened the door, open to my surprise, there you were standing. Who needs to go to work to hustle for another dollar? I'd rather be with you, cause you make my heart scream and holler. Love is a gamble, and I'm so glad that I am winning. We've come a long way, and yet this is only the beginning. Oh, my love. 1,000 kisses from you is never enough. I just don't wanna stop. A million days in your arms is never enough. And I just don't wanna stop. Kisses from you is never. I just don't wanna stop.
Really? I wonder who was in charge of releasing it. Says you.
Never meant to cause you pain. I'm the one who wants to have you like this. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain.
I need nuked on her chair.
Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple
Ew.
rain. Only want to see you bathing in the purple rain. I don't want to be your weekend lover. I don't want to be some kind of friend. Hey. Baby, I could never steal you, lover. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple
think it's okay. I'll see it. You got some new shirts? Yeah, the long sleeve and these that you say hurt. Oh, I'm on live. But I just started it. Oh really? You see you smell your favorite vegetable? Cabbage. Potatoes. And cubes. That was my mama's song too, girl. I promise you, my mama used to be all like, she kept rewinding the video, and she be doing like that. That was her song. Yeah, I figured y'all was still over in Leak U. But I was gonna go ahead and get started after this song because I started playing that video you sent me in my inbox, and we got well, we was at 55 minutes. Oh, she done? Okay. Yeah, I had a schedule. I wasn't gonna, prolong it, but you know how it is. People can always rewind. It's no big deal. We all together. We are one big happy family. But you know how long this is. My husband just told me that Prince released a new CD today. Did y'all know that? Yep, he just released a new CD. So I hope whoever did it, because Prince was really, really picky in particular. My husband listened to it today on the way home from work. He said it's good. I haven't listened to it yet. But I am, probably while I'm cleaning up or something. I have to go in my baby's room, and I haven't touched it since I brought her stuff from college right before she passed. And it's just, I've been having the door closed, and I opened it up yesterday to air it out. But I'm going to make it I'm getting ready to move, actually. I didn't want to, but I think it's time because it's not like I own this. I rent this apartment, but this is where she passed. But it's time for me to move on. So probably listen to it then. But like I said, we're going to get back into this video. For those of you that was here on yesterday, I don't know what happened at the end because I told y'all bye, but I think Rachel put a comment on there and said it seemed like it abruptly ended. But no, it was just getting so late, we was going to the game and the game was already late. By the way, we was late to it because of our train sister want to mess up yesterday. But for those who were here on yesterday, this is just continuing. And the rest of the video, it gets a little bit more interesting. But after this is done, we'll discuss this. So I'm going to let this play through because, I am still trying to finish up my dinner. And I figure I could, because I had the potatoes to go, if this could play out, we could finish this and then we'll discuss it and maybe bring Grandma in again. Oh, I'm going to play that other video you sent me with the actual performance. It's not that long. So I'll play this one and that one. And if you want to, I could bring you in after the second one. Because I think it was only like 12 minutes, 13 minutes or something like that. It was the actual concert when the little boy got shot. So I will see if you want to come in on that. But let's finish this one up. But it gets a little bit more interesting after this.
Like, goddamn, I don't got to do shit. There it is, you know what I'm saying? So I step back and
thank you, yeah, praying.
Out of the car,
yes,
and
I have pretty much a lot of people praying. It's just
at this time.
It's like people. It's just like
turn the whole fucking car
like
over
being on drugs.
Like
you just got to take it one day at a time.
Actually, Cherokee Jeep. So they're gonna just run people over. You know what I'm saying? Getting the fuck up out of there. He continued up this street right here, you know. You got about 200 mad motherfuckers,
Wait a minute.
you know, running behind him. He wasn't driving fast or nothing like that. I think he wanted to turn into the police station right there. But for some reason...
Let me look at what this Instagram just said. Hold on, y'all. Thanks, Rachel. You know you always share it. Black Rose 11. Sorry, truth terrorist. Just wanted to let Cash know that her son is live and saying disrespectful things about her. Yeah, he should. Her video was on point too. Conceal ringleader's video was on. Man, that should have me rolling. The only thing is, y'all, I'm scared of hell of clowns. I was like, oh Jesus. But it's something about, man, I wouldn't even give Hassan the energy though, for real. I wouldn't even. That dude there's a ticking time bomb. But somebody's who's I don't know who's in that chat, but who's Black Rose? I wouldn't give him no energy. That he gonna dig a hole for himself. But I didn't know that was Queen's sister. But she do some awesome ass videos. Okay, I'm gonna get back into this, y'all.
He stopped like about right here for some reason and just stopped. But I think he got out because
Hassan gonna have something to talk about though.
But at the same time, you got 250 motherfuckers
he urged
mad.
me. I wouldn't even give him my
they
time. I wouldn't even give him my attention.
Destroying the truck. They hit the truck with
okay?
bottles and bricks. I mean, you should see that car after they finished with it. They fucked the car up so bad. But let's see. When I came around, the police was standing with their shotguns. They was trying to, people to calm down and shit like that. They was hitting Pac so hard with rocks and bottles that he climbed up under the front end of the police car. He was literally up on the ground up under the car. You understand what I'm saying? And the police couldn't do nothing to stop it from happening. So they finally was able to calm people down and disperse people, as more police units came and shit like that. They was finally able to get the crowd calmed down. So they took him, and instead of taking him to the substation right here, they took him around to Sausalito, to the substation of Sausalito, which was a probably smart decision because you would have had 1,000 people out there, not gonna wait until Tupac came out, wouldn't have been able to get him out of there. And that's pretty much was it.
Although not directly involved, the Marin City shooting was first in a long line of troubles that Tupac faced. As his fame grew, so did his legal troubles all across the country. Charges ranging from assault to the shooting of 2 off-duty police officers splashed across headlines, making Tupac Shakur the most famous rapper in America. But his most serious charge was one of rape, an accusation that Tupac always denied. It was on the night of November the 30th, 1994, when Tupac and his entourage went for a recording session at the Quad Studio in New York, when 2 gunmen opened fire and shot him a total of 5 times.
Once he was shot and then survived, and was pulled into the ambulance, giving the finger, and then came back to his case the next day to find out, whether they prosecuted him or not, whether he was guilty or not. I
remember that.
That was it. Legend was made. There was no turning back for the hip hop, community as far as Tupac was concerned. He was like, a heroic figure.
When he got shot, I feel he got shot for a reason, say he got shot in the balls, that's for raping a girl. He got shot in the hand, that was for always holding guns and shit. Then he got shot damn near to the head, that was for Kai. You know what I'm saying? And he still lived, you know what I'm saying? I feel that was his chance for him to turn around, because that's when he did Me Against the World. But I feel that all that anger and shit ate him up so much that he couldn't hide it. You know what I'm saying? I think he tried, but he couldn't hide it. That's why he always talk about, well, I'm gonna die and bury me a G and all that other crazy shit. Tupac wasn't crazy, but from when he grew up from a little boy until he was 25, when he died, he didn't really get to be a man. But that's why he was so mentally fucked. You know, his mom was on drugs. His sister, you know, it was hard because he was older. He couldn't do that for her at the time. And I mean, I feel the same way because I live that way. And it's like, I mean, by the time you get the money or where you need to go, it doesn't even matter. It's like the money supports the habit now. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he wasn't crazy. He had a lot of sense, but there was a lot of things he couldn't control.
It was after he went to jail for his sexual assault conviction, and nobody would bail him out. His bail was set at $1 million. You know, here was this guy that was just a bad boy. His media image portrayed him as someone completely out of control, who was very much like his screen persona. You know, nobody would bail him out. Nobody would put up the $1 million. And the only person that did that was Suge Knight of Death Row Records.
When I was in jail, Bad Boy Puffy was the crown fucking Don. Even though Suge, as big as he was, and Snoop, at that point, they just with 2 million sales, they took the whole shit. Because Suge had Snoop to worry about with the trial. He couldn't be out there. That's what you're supposed to do. Right. And to Tupac, a young captain. I want to join the family, Don. Get me out. I want to join the family. Got me out. I'm out. I'm in the family. We make out. We went through some sacred shit, me and this nigga. Me and this nigga shit. We was, every day I did my album, he was there every day. Every night we stayed up. We tossed it up together. We went out. We went to Mexico together. Went to Hawaii together. We went everywhere.
Took this chain right here. He probably made this the most popular item in the world.
That dude
I mean,
was
he
just
took
evil
it.
to
He
me.
flashed it on All Eyes on Me. He flashed it all the time. It was the proudest thing he could be involved in. He was Pac come from a real deep background for us, the Panther Party. And Pac
Look
used
at
to
his
say,
eyes, just evil.
me and you and Death Row, we like the Panthers Party, but we're not going around there saying Black Power this, Black Power that. We actually doing stuff. You know, we feeding people, we giving jobs, we giving hope.
Tupac wanted to be a leader. You know, he had the charisma to be a leader. You know, he had the intelligence to be a leader.
Like I said, y'all, sorry, I'm about to be peeling some potatoes. I'll be moving around a little bit, but I'm letting the video play, and I'm still paying attention.
You know, he had everything. You know, he had the credentials to be the leader, but he didn't have, you know, what the psychological know-how, you know, to really become a leader. Instead, he was more of a follower, and I think that's what brought him into the death row camp with Suge Knight. He was impressed with Suge. You know, it was almost like hero worship.
Greatest joy to me that Pac would tell you, he wouldn't sugarcoat it. He would tell you the truth. Like the first time, it was things I didn't even know. First time he ever been
Oh,
to a
yeah, I seen
basketball
that
game his
video.
whole
Yeah,
entire
I'm
life.
going to get into
I
that
took it.
because that's what I'm going to go
And it
into
was
next. After we
Lakers
finish with
playing
Pop,
the Bulls,
I'm going into Suge
and,
Knight.
you know, we had our floor seats around the floor, you know, with the food, cracking jokes, talking about the players, Robin running here, talking about this person. We would make a big thing about it. So after the game, he'd grab me and be hugging me. He said, man, I had so much fun. He said, don't you know, this is the first time I ever been to a basketball game. So you look back and go, man, that's like you actually done something good.
About 4 of my partners, we flew down to Vegas. My buddy lived down there, and we was going to the clubs and hanging out. 662, yeah, that's it. 662, yeah. So we pull up to the club on a Friday night. We get there Thursday. We come up on a Friday night, and we ask what time the club closed. And they say, oh, it closed around whenever Pac and them leave. We say, Pac in there? So yeah, I said, we need to hook up with our boy. We're looking. He in his drop top Rolls Royce. You know, I'm proud of him. What's it, Pac? We jump out the car. You know what I'm saying? All these brothers rush up with guns. You know what I'm saying? Come out with their guns out and shit. We was like, you know what I'm saying? Straight up, hey, man, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He said, man, my partner.
Well, at that point, he was,
So
it was like pretty much people after him at that point.
I like to kick with you niggas as much as I can, but I'm about to go fuck baby. We was like laughing and shit, you know what I'm saying? He said, but I'll tell y'all what, y'all meet me here tomorrow, and I'll get y'all in.
And he also was really arrogant, too.
So next night, we parlaying. After the fight, went to the fight, kicking it. We go to the club. He pulls up in the roads, him and Suge. And you know, there's so many people just going Tupac going crazy. I knew he had love for us when I just broke out and said, Jungle. That's all he looked. He spotted my face and said, yeah. So I, felt like a little celebrity, pull on up, you know what I'm saying? He say,
Right.
Yeah, man, y'all, you niggas meet me in the back and I get y'all in. So we out there for about an hour, you know what I'm saying? My partners is ready to go. Say, man, fuck it, he ain't getting us in. It's parlay night, you know what I'm saying? Let's get on. Right when we get ready to leave, he sticks his head out the door and say, there he is right there. Treat us like kings. Got us in. We're in the back chilling like superstars, you know what I'm saying? Danny Boy, Tyson, Pac, Suge. We back there just kicking like major giants, you know what I'm saying? He give whatever y'all want to drink, man. You know, we drinking, and smoking blunts, weed, everything. We goes in the club, we parlay. I don't see my boy for the rest of the night because I'm a freak. They don't leave niggas know I'm a freak. You know, I get freaky, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the dance floor all night, you know what I'm saying? And after we, it's about 5 o'clock in the morning, we about to bounce about the club. I come up to him, I give him a hug, man. I say, man, you stay up, man. I'm proud of you, boy, you know what I'm saying? You keep it alive, you know what I'm saying? And the look in his face, I could tell he wasn't, he wasn't really happy, you know what I'm saying? So me and my boys bouncing, we get outside, I said, man, that man ain't happy, man. He said, how you can tell? He said, man, you see his face? It's like Suge was running everything. I'm gonna have to let that be known. Suge was running everything, like snapping his fingers, niggas was just running and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I told him, he didn't look happy.
People felt that Tupac or myself attacked people. Pac only attacked the people who wasn't right with the community. That's how he really felt. If it was a rapper who was fake and they were only doing it for the money, Pac attacked him. If it was a rapper that messed with guys and go both ways, Pac didn't feel that was good. Because Pac felt he was real serious about the music. So if you're a producer or you rap, and regardless you married or not, and you got a boyfriend that works for you, a real boyfriend who used to be a dancer, Pac was studied all the facts. Pac was real smart. So before he say something, he'd go do his homework. He'd say, okay, this guy right here, they say he gay, he go both ways. I'm not gonna put it out there on him yet, but I'm gonna do my research. And if it's true, the world should know. Because this guy might be around one of those little kids one day and mess around with him. And, so I'm gonna do it to actually save him from molesting a little child. That's why Pac attacked certain rappers and said they gay.
Suge is the boss. He the boss of Death Row. Suge is the Don. You understand? But I'm the underboss. I'm the capo. That is my job. For the protection of all of Death Row, to do what's best for all of Death Row. And Snoop, to do what's best for all of Death Row. My decision wasn't based on I'm coming to Death Row, taking shit over. My decision was based on Dre not being there, for Snoop doing his trial. And this was all for real shit. You understand? And he wasn't producing shit.
Yeah, but see, that was, I don't think that was really hitting his...
Doing the beat and Dre was getting it. I gotta go to MTV and be like, yeah, he did this, he did that. No, he ain't doing it. He is a dope producer, but he ain't worked in years. And I got tired of that. I think we needed that. I think we didn't need that. And he was owning the company too, and he chilling. He owning the company, he chilling and sucking dick, eating pussy. I'm out here in the streets. You know what I mean? Whooping niggas' ass, starting wars and shit.
Yeah,
putting
Dre,
it down,
he wasn't gay. I ain't heard that.
My shit. And this nigga taking 3 years to do one song.
I ain't never heard that.
It was Suge's decision.
If somebody have, let me know.
Because I was soft on it. Like, well, fuck it, we just keep it in the dark.
But the biggest battle Tupac waged was against his former friend and rapper Notorious B.I.G., all known as Biggie.
I just think Dre wasn't about that bullshit. That's all that was. Not even with Eazy-E.
I possess his soul, his empathy. They know that I was the truest nigga involved with Biggie's success. I was the biggest help. I was the truest nigga. I don't write his rhymes, but he know how much he borrowed from me. He know how I stop my shows and let him touch the show. Let him blow up and do his whole show in the middle of my show. How I used to buy him shit and give him shit and never ask for it back. How I used to share. How I used to share my experiences in the game and my lessons and my rules and my knowledge on the game with him. You know what I mean? He owed me more. He owed me more than to turn his head and act like he didn't know niggas was about to blow my fucking head off. He knew. And then, if that's cool, if he disappeared, be a fucking mouse. Be a mouse. If you are a mouse, be a mouse. But for me to know, like, 3 weeks ago this happened, and then 3 weeks later your album's coming out, and you are fucking done in your album. But you don't know who shot me in your fucking hometown. This nigga's from your neighborhood.
And I gotta find out by myself.
It's his own
and I don't even call myself a dumb
Tupac from New
Picasso.
York. See,
From the West Side. I'm on the East Side in jail.
Wasn't
I
he
know
from New
Texas,
York
and I
as
know
well?
everything that happened. That's power. And he didn't know, so he was faking. And I was mad about that.
Unless he's
And then
just
I'm out of
talking
jail,
about the actual
and I
city.
couldn't believe that everybody was treating Biggie like the biggest fucking star in the world. I couldn't believe that people was buying into the player image. And I wanted to bring back that reality. You know what I mean? Just like nobody can never be confused and think I'm fucking Mike Tyson and I'm a heavyweight champion. I'm a little nigga. That's why it's so raw to watch me just battle lions, because I'm a little skinny nigga battling niggas 3 times my size. But Biggie's not a player. He's never been. He's never had bitches until he got some fucking money. That's a trick. That's not a player. It's not a pop-up. So my point was to prove him wrong. I took everything that he glamorized and I personified.
Shit, he had a baby before he even got famous. So how he
from
have
jail,
more women?
I had hopes for him.
I like both of them, but he can't say that he didn't have no women because he had a damn baby before he got famous, and he had a little Kim before he got famous.
I don't know what happened in the last year of his life.
So that's not
true at all. To make him come to the conclusions that he drew.
I'm not the same guy that will come to the awards, have problems with somebody, and whoop their ass in front of everybody. So now I got the radio, I see a problem, we quell it, it's out.
That goddamn Snoop had to hide for the hills when he wanted to leave Suge ass.
People were starting to say it's
ran
East
to
Coast, West Coast
No Limit.
Because it was people that's trying to make money. It was people trying to make careers. It was people trying to get famous. It was people hustling other people out of money on the East Coast.
I'll be back, y'all.
No team. You need us. We from the East Coast. Pay us X amount of dollars for protection. And some of these idiots was doing it. For us, how we looked at it is, we looked at it as we representing the West Coast, but we representing the ghetto. Tupac had a conversation with me, and he said, how do you feel I should be in the future? What you like to see from me? And if anything I told him, he would have followed me. Chain of command. That's how we was. I said, I want to see you have a record label. I'll just distribute it for you. You can have your own label, because I don't want you to be 35 years old pop rapping. He said, cool.
The talent got to parlay into something, so that's what I'm doing. I'm tired of sucking and jiving. This Machiavelli album is my proof of that. I'm not predicting what it's going to sell. I'm not predicting none of that, but I guarantee it's going to shake the world.
It was just as if he didn't really care anymore, and he bought into a lot of the stereotypes that the hip hop community has embraced. It was just incredible to just listen to him. It was the same time, it was frightening, it was funny, and it was also very sad, because that could have been any one of us had he been corrupted. It made you ask questions. Was he corrupted by his fame? Was he taking bad advice? Or when he threw in with Death Row, was that like his own personal death wish?
Tupac done the album. He called me and said, look, come to my house right now. It's about 3 in the morning. I go over his house. I smoke my cigar. He's smoking his cigarette. He said, look, I want the album cover to be me on the cross. Because I feel I've been being crucified. I'm here to be crucified like Jesus. He said, I'm not clowning religion or nothing, but that's what I feel.
Yeah,
and I told him, as usual,
I believe it.
I'll handle it for you. So I called Whiskey and our art department, and they done it. And Machiavelli, it's like, he feel better about that album than he do All Eyes on Me. He said, because I'm speaking so real. I'm coming all the way from my gut to my heart, all through my mouth, telling the people how I feel.
Then I got an album called One Nation. That's for everybody that's shooting darts at me, player hating, you know what I mean, behind this East Coast, West Coast shit. My plan was always to unify. You know what I mean? It was only it's like a military coup. When the CIA, they don't just go to the country and start, you know what I mean? They got to get the niggas that run it out of it. So that's what we doing. They gone now. Now we got One Nation with Greg Knight, Buckshot, Smith & Wesson,
Smith & Wesson, Melly Mel, Scorpio, The Looney, Snoop, Corrupt, Daz, me, Scarface, Cocaine, Bone Thugs, Spice One, all of them on my shit. One Nation. And it's just about the Hip Hop Nation, all the real niggas that I recognize in the game. And it's Hip Hop Nation, and everybody's rapping like we one group. Right. And it's gonna be more than one. The first one's coming out on my shit, Machiavelli, and the next up there, gonna put it out on the East Coast. One Nation Volume 2.
How we met, how we came together to work on the One Nation was kind of like a spiritual vibe, like a meeting of the minds. Like when you hear Tekka still talk about I shine, you shine, and we speak about the shining. If you've seen the movie The Shining, dealing with a type of mental telepathy or inner knowing, and just calling out to that knowing. And it's kind of like he called out specifically to us, and just speaking to him over the phone, and it was like we knew each other. We never hung out before. So we knew each other. So everything was spiritual. And when we met, it was all love. So like Five, yo, what's up, nigga? Yo,
So they get interviews.
See you
They
before.
like, fuck,
Type
I'm
of
just
thing,
reading
you know what I'm
books.
saying? Having Tupac come down the stairs
Okay, hey y'all,
with a
you
blunt
back? Okay.
early in the morning. Drew High and Buckshot is playing with the water gun. And like, it's funny to me to see Pop pick up a water gun and play. You know what I'm saying? He's playing with him, Buck, Tech, Drew. They were running around his big house, his pool, and they're playing
I
with
mean, I
water
heard
guns.
in real life he was a nice
And
guy.
it
I
was
just
funny
heard he
because he
used to
actually
be
stopped to, hey, don't let the window.
on camera
It
acting
costs a lot of
like
money to
that,
clean
but I
the
don't know.
window.
I didn't, of
But
course,
it
I
was
never
just like, it was a
went to
sunny
a
day,
concert, but I never
and it was all good.
stood up, stood in front of him and shook
Go
the
into
man's
the
hand or
studio like
nothing.
we did One Nation
So I can
album in
only
like
say his
7
character
days.
from what I see.
It was like we was
But I heard he was
going
a
in
nice
like
guy.
you saw for a
Down to
booth
earth would do
fight.
stuff
People
like
would
that, like
challenge.
water gun fights and
We
stuff.
was all Bruce stepping into the studio. The studio was the challengers, all the different artists who would come up to challenge us. All right, this is how we gonna. You want to challenge? We gotta kick your ass right now. Then go in, boom, lay it down, right in, boom. Artist to artist, he inspired me. He put the fire in my butt because I seen him really get to work, and he really was. He got us. He gave us a saying. We borrowed a saying from him called "goat mouth," which is what he called his engineers and anybody who was like slacking. He was screaming, "Goat mouth, goat mouth! Let's come on, goat mouth! Let's go! We got to get to work." And it was so bad because nobody took it personal, or maybe they just was scared of him. I don't know.
On September the 7th, 1996, Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight found themselves ringside at the Mike Tyson-Bruce Seldon championship fight. By all accounts, Tupac was in a happy mood until one of his entourage pointed out a man who had robbed him a few weeks earlier of his death row medallion. Tupac immediately confronted Orlando Anderson, a known gang member with the Southside Crips, and a brawl ensued. After security came, Tupac and his ever-growing entourage left the MGM Grand Hotel. Orlando Anderson refused to press charges and left with his friends. At 9 o'clock, Suge took Tupac to the Luxor Hotel, where he changed his clothes and then went to Suge's Vegas home for a party. Approximately 2 hours later, the party decided to go to 662, Suge's club. The caravan, led by Suge's black BMW, headed up the Vegas Strip, when he was stopped by bicycle police because of his license plates and was let go shortly after. A few minutes later, the caravan made a right at the Flamingo when a white Cadillac pulled up next to them at the crossroads of Flamingo and Caval. A man came out of the car shouting at the BMW and then started to fire a gun.
When I heard the shot being fired,
But how did he not get shot? Hold on, y'all.
stood up so try to get in the back seat.
Maybe you can
got
answer
away
this,
with shots.
Grandma. I don't.
That's how he
on.
got shot in his hip.
My thing has always been this. How did he not get hit by a bullet? All them bullet holes in that door, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Which hit one of the bones, the doctor said, and traveled to hit his lung. When he stood up,
when
I
when
grabbed him
Tupac got shot
down
and he was in the
and
car. Well, how
come.
he didn't get hit by no
I
bullets?
pulled him down. That's when I got shot in my head.
About
You didn't get shot in your head.
11:17
You got
p.m.
grazed.
tonight, we had several vehicles traveling eastbound on Flamingo. Officers were at the Maxim Hotel investigating stolen vehicle when they heard several gunshots being fired down below.
I was talking about
They
Suge,
saw a caravan
Grandma.
of about 5 cars that were traveling eastbound, heard the shots again. Approximately 12 to 13 shots were fired. They also saw a black BMW followed by a black BMW station wagon and 3 other cars make a U-turn on Flamingo near the Maxim Hotel. They made a U-turn, proceeded westbound, coming onto Las Vegas Boulevard where they were driving very erratically. They radioed that they heard the gunfire and saw these vehicles traveling in such an erratic fashion. Other officers who were working the strip area were able to get the vehicles stopped here. As you see, the black BMW was traveling on the rims on the right side. Once they got here, they found that the passenger in the black BMW had been shot 4 times, and the driver appeared to be hit with fragments in the head area.
I got a deep slash with a bullet grazed the back of my neck, which if it went another inch,
Yeah, grazed.
it'd hit my
Somebody got shot
spine
in
and
the head.
paralyzed.
You get shot in the
Yeah.
head.
But before it's an incident, Pac saved my life also. Reason why I say he saved my life because the average person gets shot in the head. The first thing you think is, "Damn, I'm about to die." You know, a headshot is different, and it was blood coming everywhere. And my concern was him. So you hit? He said, "I'm hit." So I said, "I'm gonna get you to a hospital right now." So I'm driving like a madman, trying to get help to help him. And the first thing he said, laughingly, jokingly, loudly, is, "I need a hospital? You the one shot in the head. Don't you think you need a hospital?"
His car was riddled with bullets Saturday night in Las Vegas. Tonight, rapper Tupac Shakur is in critical condition.
We started getting a lot of phone calls. You know, people were saying that he got shot. People were saying that, they saw it on the news, and a lot of people were calling us to find out what happened, and we didn't know.
Rapper Tupac Shakur remains in very critical condition tonight after being shot in an ambush in Las Vegas over the weekend. Shakur's right lung was removed after he was shot 4 times in the chest.
When I went to the hospital to kind of find out what was going on. He was still, struggling for life, and they had just heard that he had opened his eyes. So, people were kind of hopeful that, he would make it through it. And plus, everyone thought that Tupac was so strong because of the prior shooting. He was kind of seen as like this hip-hop Lazarus.
Coming up next on the 10 o'clock news, his lyrics, his life reflected a gangster lifestyle. Tonight, Bay Area rapper Tupac Shakur is dead of gunshot wounds.
Controversial rap star Tupac Shakur dies of gunshot wounds from a drive-by shooting.
Tupac's mother was the first one to say,
I remember I
"When you
cried
have
like I
more,
knew that
I
nigga.
don't want nobody to wear black. I'm wearing white." Tupac has gone to a better place. He's free now. There's nothing nobody can do nothing to him. And I sat back and I thought, I was like, yeah. Can't nobody arrest him. Can't nobody try to put him down. Can't nobody fire shots at him. Can't nobody hurt him no more. He's in heaven in a better place.
He was the good, the bad. He is the good. He is the bad. Represented the living, the dead. Represented the ones who walked on the street, the ones that walked behind the gates. Represented the mother of the children. So nature, Tupac is nature. He's an Einstein, man. He's a fucking great guy.
At the end, he was like getting ready to check out of here, but you could see that, somewhere along the line, you kind of had that feeling he was going to die according to his preaching. He seemed to have taken up power and weapons and, this posse lifestyle as his deity. I mean, Tupac, he went from one extreme to the other. There was really no middle ground with him. And by the time at the time of his death, he was like, what, 24, 25 years old? But it was age without maturity.
Wait a minute.
Knowledge without wisdom.
I can
I
see it.
mean, order turning to
You
chaos.
can't see it?
You know, and it's Tupac Shakur should stand as a living testament in the hip hop nation.
Hold on. I don't know why it's not playing because I could see. Let me check. Why it's not playing? Because I could see it. I was playing now. So when I took myself, hold on, because I ain't supposed to do that.
As
Hold
the
on.
pinnacle
So tell me if it goes out
of
again.
greatness achieved, but at the same time, the frailties of human weakness.
So tell me,
and
did it go out
tragedy.
again or
A
not?
lot of people have called him a martyr. I don't know if that's exactly true. You can't really say that he
Because I supposed to be able to
died
turn off my
for a
camera.
cause. I mean,
Unless my daughter
I guess
did
he
something.
died defending what he believed in, and he definitely, lived that life. A lot of people say live by the sword, die by the sword.
Can you
but
still see it?
I think Tupac's legacy really lies in the fact that he exemplified the condition of the young black male in the 1990s.
I mean, I was really feeling it when he died, and all I could think about really was
What?
how much potential had, like, we as a people and as a community, as black people,
Playing
as
like hell right now.
the
for
hip
me.
hop community, as just young
So
people.
you can't see it right now?
A generation. How much we had lost.
People die all the time, but it takes a real special person to die and always be remembered. Tupac is on the level of Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. I mean, you see, they live forever.
Or give cancer.
Okay, so you can't
I
see
don't
it. Okay.
owe nobody nothing. I
Okay.
I owe to put back on the
Well, it's
ground
almost
more
done
than I
now. They
took.
let me get
And
through
if
it.
I stop right now,
So if they
I
want to stop it right now,
I
well.
got a 40, not a court. So listen to
Yeah,
the
see, it's done now. So
back in the J-Town. I bet they didn't know that.
yeah, we done with that one. Okay. What you got going on today, Grandma? See something. Oh, yeah. How old is she? Now it's saying stream unavailable. Wow. What is going on? Uh-oh. They're gonna let me play the whole video then say that. Can you hear me? Crazy. They're gonna wait till I play the whole video and then say. Right. I mean, I played this video yesterday and today. So now it's gonna say that. Yeah, I seen it. I seen it on because I pulled it up on my iPad. That's the only way I seen it because it don't tell me while I'm on live. Yeah, it don't tell me. It was like I was still live, but when I pull it up on my iPad, I can see it. I seen it blank out. They don't want me talking about Tupac, Grandma. They don't want me talking about Pac. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna have to figure out, is it that I need to, I guess I need to talk to somebody. I don't know. Because I don't understand how people could play these videos. And if it's on YouTube, why it's not public? I don't get it. Because like I think Rachel said the other day, you could post a video, but when you talk about it live, they be acting a damn fool. It's crazy. Where do I gotta put that at? In the description? Because if I gotta put that in the description, maybe I need to do that right now. I don't know how I can edit it. If I kick out, I'm gonna come right back in. Let me see if I can go edit this right quick. Okay, it's not letting me. It's telling me I gotta start a whole new video. So I'm gonna come out of this and edit it and start another one. Okay. I guess I have to do that. It's striking this one down. So I'll be back in a second.